What's up, guys? It is Jonathan with One Big Impact. Let me close that door real quick. So today's actually going to be a quick review video of the Titan Fitness vertical leg press. Obviously you can see it right behind me. Now a lot of us, to be honest, are out there and we are used to like 45-degree angle leg presses, the ones you sit in and you see everybody trying to lift 1 billion pounds, blah, 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 blah. So I'm a trainer. I'm opening my own little spot, or open my own little spot. And one of the most important things to me is not neglecting the posterior chain. I enjoy deadlifting, and I get a lot of quad work from like squats and lunges and all kinds of things. And I know that people notoriously neglect the back side of the body. So because it's not the showy muscles, you can't see them. Hamstrings are going to be like the predominant feeling on this versus a leg press. Okay, so a leg press, like a 45-degree leg press, is going to be like all quads. You're going to get some other stuff, but for the most part, this is going to be a completely different feeling. If you have never felt a hamstring pump, which most people usually don't, most people will go to the leg extension and they'll go over here to a leg curl, which is that machine where you're pulling your legs down, or the one where you're face down and you're picking your legs up, and they don't really push the same that they would the other way. A lot of the times you'll feel the burn more in your quads on a leg extension machine than you would a leg curl machine, because you're just not in tune with exactly what you're supposed to be feeling and you don't go as hard. So that can create problems with imbalances, especially if you're trying to do like powerlifting or anything like that. Now, enough about who cares, right? Okay, so first of all, the package came in. The thing was a little bit dinged up, the box, but I get so tired of people giving a shit about that, like, because they're literally sending 100+ pound item in, this was on back order and I still got it in a couple weeks. And it was actually an item that they said would be probably a month out, and I still got it in a couple weeks, so I'm really happy about that. One thing I did notice is it didn't come with instructions, which I thought was kind of weird. But to be completely honest, I put it together. Apparently on the website, I think there is links to like the manual and the instructions and stuff like that. I couldn't get it to download, so I just went to the website and looked at pictures and kind of analyzed the pictures. They have pretty good pictures from different angles and stuff like that. Some of them were kind of all over the place, but I literally put it together and it took about 30 minutes maybe. I actually put it together almost all the way backwards, and then I took it all apart and then put it together the other way. So it took about 30 total minutes, even with that screw up. So maybe 15, 20 minutes. It's really basic. You got a couple sides, couple fronts, backs, the pads, and then the deal's there. I will say my personal opinion is, I think it was like, I always forget these. I'm going to link it in the description below. I think it was $369 or $439. I don't remember which one it was. I've just been getting so much damn equipment lately, and I just forget the prices, especially when it was a few months back. The benefit to this, obviously, is going to be predominantly glutes and hamstrings, but I'm actually using this in a really positive way for also for calf races, because as you can see, my gym is not huge. This is my own little personal training spot, and like, it is not a big place, so I'm really maximizing my place, and I have like my cardio equipment back there. So I have to do the best with what I have. So this helps me use this for hamstrings, glutes, the whole posterior chain. It takes the lower back out, and also I can do calf raises. What's nice about calf raises is a lot of people don't tend to use the stretch reflex on this, or try to use the stretch reflex on this, because you can't really use it, like you're upside down, and it's a lot easier, I think, mentally, to do it because you're controlling the weight versus anything. Little side note, really quick. One of my other pieces of equipment. Came with, I don't remember what it was. Oh, the lat pull. And I did do a review on the squat rack with the lat pull. It came. You hear that? Apparently somebody's shooting guns out there. Shit, I don't know. Silicone oil. Well, I tried this on that one, and initially, because when I got under there and there was like no weight, you push it all the way up and it won't come down. So I put a few plates on it, pushed all the way up, and it came down, but it was just really, really dry and like everything. So I put this on for like the first 5 or 6 times, it was squeaking so bad. And I was like, oh my gosh, I put the wrong stuff on there. And honestly, after like a day of trying it out and stuff and having some clients go on it, it's completely smooth. So apparently silicone oil works really well on it. I may change that to like 3-in-1 or something like that later. But to be honest, it's perfectly fine now. I do have mine facing up against the wall. And the reason is that because if I have females training, they don't want their butts hanging out. Like it's kind of more private that way. And I will say anything else that I gotta say. It would be cool if they made one different thing. And I'll show you how it works really quick. If they did one thing that these are handles literally just while you're grinding out. I kind of wish that these handles, and I've seen one, I think it was in Colombia, you push up and you turn the handles and then you start. Oh no, that was actually Portugal, never mind. So right here, you're gonna push up, and then they have these little pins down here, and they have 3 different heights for the pins. You push up, pull the pins, and then you start. Now, if for some reason you fail and you're like, oh crap, it's not gonna go any further than that, which is great. So if you can't get the pins in, worst case scenario, you just let your legs come down. So you're gonna come down. I'm obviously too high on this. I need to scoot more towards the wall. I put about mid-foot or heel on this. They do have a plate, but if you're a little bit wider, you can still use the bar, so it's no big deal. Pull pins. I literally feel that in my hamstrings off of 3 freaking reps. That's what's amazing. Like, because you are in a like stretched position, it's really nice. You can do it single leg. I tried it the other day. But I would be careful about how much weight you got on there. And then the calf raises, I wouldn't even unlock them. I would just go up and down, up and down, up, down, down. And you can actually get, like, look at my flex that I get. I get a lot more, like, coming down, which is really nice. But, as you can see, you didn't hear any noise or anything from it. It doesn't squeak anymore, which is great. I would say getting out is a little bit of a pain if it's up against the wall. And if it's not, you can probably just scoot out the other side or whatever. But to save space, that's what I did. I do like the head pad. The way I have it set up, I'm going to put a little cone on the top so people don't trip over it and stuff. Now, for the price, for what it is, it's obviously significantly less than pretty much any leg press on the planet. But I really wouldn't look at it as a leg press. If you're looking for a leg press, I would go for a leg press. If you're looking for something to help build your posterior chain and also kind of have a calf raise in there, I think this is a great item. If your deadlift sucks and you're trying to build it up, this would help. That's 180 pounds. I would say the dry weight's probably nothing, pretty much. But I would say 180 pounds, and I feel that on 3 reps. I can deadlift 610 pounds, and I'm going for a couple state records to hit like 666 soon. So I would say that the fact that I feel that right away is really good. I feel like it's going to help you get a little bit more flexibility as well. And I think that's kind of maybe why you start to feel it right away, because it gets a good stretch on your hamstrings, which is great. 1 to 10 for the price of the item. I would say, first of all, this, let me look around and think about anything. This is probably my favorite machine out of anything that I've gotten so far. Out of any bars or anything like that, this is definitely a favorite. The 2 clients that have used it are so excited about the fact that I got this. So, and they have both tried it out, and they're both getting ready to do a powerlifting meet in a few months here, and they both absolutely love it. So that's really cool. I would say 1 to 10 for price point. I would put it, 10 being the best, I would put it at, for the price, probably like a 9.5. I figure if it was $100 more, I may not have bought it, but if it was $100 more and there was a few things changed, like say they came out with another one and it was $100 more, I would probably buy it if they changed 2 things. So 2 things would be, well, 3 things. Make this plate a little wider for bigger people. And then when you push up, turn this instead of the pin locking, because the pins can be kind of confusing for people and it looks like they tend to panic until they figure it out. And then the next thing would be put this on like more of like a hydraulic thing, kind of like a regular leg press. And I would probably even pay like $200 extra for it. But for what it is, it doesn't feel like it comes down at a different angle or anything like that. I'm trying to remember. I think the other day I put extra weight on one side and I did feel it a little bit more on my left side. Now that could be just because I have an imbalance or something like that. But because it's not on an actual like pin drive on each side, I do feel like if you don't have the weight balanced, it's gonna put more pressure on one side versus the other side. And I would probably be really careful about that because of the way it's built. It's not like $1,000 to $5,000 machine. You don't want to tweak the metal or anything like that. So, and all the hardware was in there, and it was actually great. So, if you have any questions, I'll link it in the description below. Please shoot me a message. If you like our video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. I would say go ahead and get it. And it is a huge space saver. As you can see, it only comes out probably about 30 inches. And if you have a little nook inside or a corner in your garage or something like that, or your studio, it probably worked perfectly fine. Have a good day, guys.